Most parents know it's important to teach their kids about money, but do they? Or are they just too busy? And when should they start? And what should they teach? And at what age? Today, I'm going to crack open the topic from birth to adulthood and share some ideas to help make money lessons fun and meaningful. So if you're ready, let's take a little trip across the time continuum as we discuss money education for kids.
Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are going to love it.
Hey everyone, this is AJ, your ace in the hole, and welcome to the channel where we simplify personal finance and provide tips for young adults and others just starting out. And sometimes we hang out with some busy parents for some informative money chat. Now, one of the biggest gaps in traditional education is personal finance. Unfortunately, most kids grow up with little to no guidance on how to manage money, budget, save, or make wise spending choices. And by the time they face real financial decisions, it's too late. But it doesn't have to be that way. But have no fear, YouTube is here. In this video, we'll look at constructive ideas to teach kids about money. And this is not just for parents. Grandparents, aunts, and uncles also take notes. Whether a child is a toddler or a teen, we'll touch on age-appropriate strategies to help raise financially confident kids who grow into fiscally responsible adults. Now, parents are probably thinking, I can't add any more to my plate. Well, no worries. Everything you already do is a financial teaching moment. You use credit cards, buy gas for your car, go to the grocery, pay your bills, and so on. You're already managing money every single day. So all you need to do is take advantage of those moments and get your kids involved. Bam! Bam! Now, let's start things off with the newborns.
Wait, what?
Just kidding. Well, sorta. For newborns up to age 4, financial education is obviously limited, but kids are constantly watching. This is the perfect time to familiarize them through your behavior. Let them see you use cash or a credit card, talk out loud when comparing prices, and use simple terms like money, save, and spend. While you're not teaching them the math just yet, you are shaping curiosity. Even little things like talking out loud about working to pay for things helps lay the foundation. Oh, real quick, did you know that roughly 30% of YouTube viewers forget to subscribe to the channels they watch? So if you would, take a quick second to subscribe. It's totally free, and it'll ensure you get a peek at our weekly topics. Now, back to the kids. Moving to ages 4 to 6, you can start introducing kids to basic money concepts. Role play with toys and use everyday errands to teach them about monetary transactions. To make it fun, use Tooth Fairy or birthday money and talk through the concept of saving. And get that first piggy bank if you haven't already. This is also a good age to introduce them to helping around the house. Now, don't send your toddler off into the coal mines, of course, but have them help out with small tasks, giving them exposure to things that need to be done, which is a great segue to the next age group where you can start introducing real money into the equation. Ages 7 to 9 is a good time to start practicing real-world money decisions. Consider a weekly allowance, but tie it to household chores to introduce some responsibility. One common approach is to pay a weekly allowance equal to the child's age, which ties nicely to an annual wage increase. Create a daily schedule of home chores and assign payout amounts for each. Take that a step further by assigning higher payouts to less desirable chores to incentivize the hard stuff so they don't just decide to avoid those just like the real world. Provide additional options to make even more money with fun ideas like the grocery game. Bring them along and give them a small shopping budget, and let them keep the savings if they can search out cheaper alternatives. It's fun, empowering, and educational, and they'll experience how deal shopping allows them to keep more money for themselves. Finally, now's a good time to move from the piggy bank to a more mature envelope system, expanding education on the concept of saving, spending, and giving. Now, you might be wondering how to track all of this. Well, there's an easy option, which I'll touch on in a moment. Moving to the 10 to 12 age group, preteens are now ready for some goal-oriented activities. Increase chores and even offer bonuses for extra tasks. For example, just like a video game, unlock extra tasks for extra money once all their assigned chores are completed. They're also old enough to start earning beyond chores. Encourage entrepreneurial ideas like a lemonade stand, garage sale, or selling handmade crafts, reinforcing the connection between work and money. And since they now have some income rolling in, have them make a wish list of items with prices. Then go to the store and show them what they can afford. This helps them connect the dots on money and spending and begins to promote goal setting for items that cost more than they have. This is also a great time to introduce the concept of interest and how money can earn more money over time. Create a parent-paid interest program. If they save $20 and keep it for a month, add $2. This will teach discipline and compounding growth, which is one of the most important concepts to learn, especially for a young person. In fact, check out my video here showing the incredible power of compounding interest as a side lesson. The 13 to 15 age group now starts the fun stuff. Teenagers can handle much deeper money concepts, so familiarize them with budgeting. Now is also a great time for parents to open a custodial Roth IRA for tax-free saving, especially if they're earning side income. And if not, other custodial accounts, including the brand new Trump account for children coming in 2026 that allows investing for kids prior to income. In fact, I posted a video on this here if you want to check it out. Now, circling back to the question on tracking all of this, a great option is to explore digital allowance and chore apps like Greenlight, BusyKid, or GoHenry. These track chores, allow parents to pay through the apps, automate savings, track spending, and set financial goals. This is a great way to migrate from envelopes and piggy banks to managing their finances in a real-world format, since they're probably on their phones anyway. I'll link these below if you want to check them out. And no, I am not a sponsor. Age group 16 to 18 is where the big kids play. At this stage, they should be using a checking account and a debit card. Now is also the perfect time to introduce investing. One idea, which I did for my niece who had expressed interest in investing, thanks to some good parenting, is help her kickstart her new custodial Roth IRA. To get her buy-in, I had her create a list of favorite companies and found a stock fund that contained those companies. Then, for her birthday, purchased a handful of shares to get her started. And at the time of this video, she's earning over 46%, which sure beats a 3% savings account. This was a fantastic learning experience for her, and she's been piling money into her Roth ever since. See, this really works. Another technique at this point is what I call SOGO, or Save One, Get One. This is a great way to motivate additional savings by providing a dollar match up to a point on money they save. This introduces concepts like employer 401k matches to help them appreciate the value these programs provide for when they get out in the workforce. Finally, provide encouragement to sock away as much money as they can, as these can be some of the final years with little to no expenses before they head out into the real world. Age 18 and beyond is where the rubber hits the road. It's now time for financial independence, and if everything's done right so far, they're on their way. Help them expand their monthly budget based on real income and living expenses, especially if they're working or away at college. Ideally moving to more advanced budgeting apps such as EveryDollar or COPILOT. When working, encourage them to pay themselves first, contributing a fixed percent to savings and limit spending from only what is left. Additionally, reinforce practical spending by teaching them to translate purchases into hours worked. For example, ask how many hours they need to work to pay for those $300 tennis shoes. Make them responsible for a portion of expenses like gas, insurance, and subscriptions so they start feeling the cost of regular commitments, and use real moments such as paying the electric bill or auto insurance to teach about priorities. Finally, talk about credit, debt, and loan interest, especially before they get a credit card or take out loans. In fact, check out my video here on the horrors of credit cards for a real eye-opener. Teaching your kids about money is more than just a single lecture. It's about consistent conversations over many years. Whether you're using play money with your toddler, introducing saving to your teen, or helping your oldest open their first checking account, each step increases financial literacy that stays with them forever. Start young and lead by example. If kids see that money management is important to you, it'll be important to them. And who knows, maybe one day they'll turn around and teach you some money tips. So, now you have some ideas to help educate the young ones. Comment below with any creative money lessons you may have used to share with others. Also, check out my previous video on how to save $10,000 by age 25 here, which is a great complement to this video, which I hope you found helpful. If so, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, because I'd love to see you back here for the next one. This is AJ, your ace in the hole. See ya.